Hello everybody, my name is Mick, or Mr. Stormcrow, and today we're talking about something very unique. I'm a gamer. I think you can tell because I do Twitch. Kind of, well, debatably for a living almost. But, I mean, I play games. I kind of know my shit. So I'm kind of a bit mad about Fallout 76. First of all, it's not the 76th game of the installment, so I don't understand why they called it Fallout 76. I mean, why not just call it Fallout 1, you know? There's never been a first one, technically. Battlefield 1 did it, you know? But we're also going to talk about Battlefield 1, believe it or not, as a metaphor, but we're not even going to get into that yet. One of my criticisms about Fallout 76, and before we go on, you may be wondering, why am I fucking sweating? Well, there's a lot of fucking heat from the sun, you know? I gotta get some lighting, so that's also one thing. But anyways, let's continue. But today we're talking about Fallout 76 and my opinions about it, and why I don't think it's gonna turn out as well as I think we all think it will be. I think my question to you would be, have you played the previous predecessors? So I'm not trying to be like really fucking mean, but for anyone who's played Fallout, we know that it's an RPG. We know that Fallout New Vegas is probably debatably one of the games, like one of the best games in the franchise. Debatably, because Fallout 1 and 2 come close. Tactics, no bueno. Okay, tactics we don't talk about. Just throw that in the like sewers. Okay, we don't care about that. But for example, I do want to talk about one of the biggest critiques about how there's no NPCs in Fallout 76. I don't understand this, because the whole point of a game is to have a story. NPCs who tell about what happens in the world and the environment, or a merchant, for example. So I don't get how they can just remove half of this like story and just think it's okay. I guess their standard of a story is you find the Vault Overseer and then there you go, I guess. Maybe it's just me, but Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, they had a very good story. Fallout 3, a bit less than Fallout New Vegas, because Fallout New Vegas, there's technically like 4 endings. Holy shit, that was fantastic. Okay, and it was made by the actual like original creators of Fallout 1, and I think 2. I could be wrong on that. But it was a great story for what it was, and it was amazing. I'll play back Fallout New Vegas whenever I get the chance to, because it's a fun fucking game. If I ever want to go into lore-based games, Fallout New Vegas would be it. Or Fallout 1, 2, and Fallout 3 sometimes. It's a fun fucking game. And the community is still alive and still breathing and kicking. No pun intended. I hope you got that reference. So, we are going to talk about kind of what I also hate. So, Fallout 76 is supposed to be like a survival multiplayer game. Now, I want to ask you something. What would happen if the servers were to, let's say, just be gone forever? Well, Mick, obviously, it would be a dead game for multiplayer. Yeah, they've done that before, you know. See, there was a game called Spore. There was also a sequel called, I believe, Dark Spore. But it was only online. Turns out they pulled the plug. The game is not playable. It's not playable, and the reason why was because EA pulled the cord. They said, we're not doing it. There's not enough people playing it, and then in the end, it comes down to money. Now, of course, I hear this argument from Bethesda as well, and we're trying something new. We're trying something new. Okay, just because you can try something new doesn't mean you do it, okay? I haven't murdered anybody. I'm not gonna do it, though. Like, it doesn't take someone to know that you shouldn't probably do it. Like, look, any common person would say, okay, this game's RPG, right? Okay, we shouldn't turn it into a Fortnite Battle Royale game. Like, who just thinks it rationally? Now, I know this gets also, Fallout 76 gets kind of, compared to kind of like a Battle Royale game. It's not even that. Like, from what I've heard, Fallout 76 will not have that type of Royale kind of sort of feel, because you have to duel people in order to fight people. It's not, you know, you get to shoot whatever, you get to do whatever. No, it's like they're literally walls. If you see a player, you can't shoot them, deal damage. No, you have to talk to them and duel them. As if I'm gonna talk to them in fucking real life. You think I'm gonna talk to them in the game fucking mode? Fuck off. No, but joking aside, I just don't get, and I know they're trying to do something different, which I can't appreciate. No other, I would say, studio has ever done that. But there's huge risk, especially when it comes to a franchise such as so big as Fallout. And this is like really weird because you never hear them say we're gonna try something new with Elder Scrolls. Now, what I mean by that, I don't mean like the story, because obviously they do a new story every time. But what I mean is like mechanics, like no NPCs. They don't do that in the Elder Scrolls, and it's sad because I think what maybe they have, like maybe what they think of Fallout, it's a test subject, you know. Whatever we get the results of from Fallout, we will put that into Skyrim or the next Elder Scrolls. And it's funny because after New Vegas, the Fallout games haven't been that great. Skyrim was pretty decent though. It was fun. I played it. Oblivion was pretty good. Morrowind was pretty fucking good, okay? Like, it decreased a bit gradually, but the Fallout franchise was like, holy shit, it was bad. You find your father. Wow, I wonder where I heard that before. Oh yeah, Fallout 3. Oh yeah, you have to find your father. And then the only game that's different is Fallout New Vegas, where it's literally like a Westerner movie. You get shot in the fucking head, and you just fucking want to kill the person who shot you in the first place. That is a fucking game. That is a Fallout game, okay? And then you go into the Mojave Wasteland, you're killing everything, okay? Now, you can also be actually a pacifist. You can just decide not to kill anything, okay? Obsidian gave you that opportunity, but in Fallout 3 and from Fallout 4, they don't give you that opportunity, so I can expect that they won't do it in this new game, especially when solo is not really given really much thought, especially when they're focusing on the multiplayer, and that's kind of expected, because multiplayer is a new thing from Bethesda, we can tell. And there's also this one thing, they could pull the cord immediately whenever they want to. This will happen with servers for any game, Battlefront 2, Battlefront 1, and not the new ones, the original ones, okay? Fuck off for anyone who actually thinks the second and the first one of the newer versions are better. Like, fuck off, okay? I could play on my PSP, okay? The Battlefront 2. That was a shit, okay? That was fun. And I didn't have to pay for DLC. Man, back in the day. But it was fun because there was no gimmicks. But to Fallout 76 there is. You have, of course, the loot. Well, not loot boxes, but they pretty much are loot boxes. And that's a problem. Now you're going to have to pay for things that are cosmetics. We all love that, don't you? Cosmetics! And then it turns out to be much more than that. Oh, you want to buy a fucking, I don't know, a gun that's only exclusive if you, like, you know, and it's just, it's going to come to that because they want to make sure that. And at the end of the day, Bethesda is a company. If they want to ruin Fallout, that's up to them if they really want to do that. Because we all know that it all comes down to money, personally. Of course, Bethesda cares. You know, they play their games. They think it's fun. But at the end of the day, it also comes to money. Loot boxes are always going to be a thing. And it's disappointing because we don't really get a studio that does that. Obsidian, though, does. They actually crowdfunded their games. And they do whatever they want now. So it's just amazing how... And I don't mean amazing in a good way. How you can ruin a game and still have, I guess, a group of people who still love the game. Even though it's dissolved from what it originally was. If that makes sense. And there's nothing wrong with you for loving a game that's really bad. It's just you should maybe analyze things because, you know, that's kind of useful in life. I mean, I guess I am a dick. I don't know. You're going to analyze that right off the bat. Well, anyways, yeah, pretty controversial. I will say, I'm not a huge fan of Fallout 76. I would have waited 2 years if they could put NPCs in it. I would have done that. Any reasonable person would say so as well. And then I would have loved Fallout 76. I love the landscapes. I love everything about it. Except the fact there's no NPCs, and that's a big fucking huge part of the game. So, we'll have to see how that exactly, I guess, works. I don't know if it really will. I don't know if it will work. I mean... But anyways, I'll see you guys in a bit. My name is Mr. Stormcrow. Check me out on Twitch. I do some gaming. I don't know if I'll do Fallout 76. Maybe I will. I don't know, with my Twitch subs. I'll have to see. But anyways, I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you for watching the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe. And put notifications on if you can. That'll be very useful. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Mr. Stormcrow, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, my